Hey yogis, I'm Hanna, this is Baloo, and this is Real Yoga. Today we're doing yoga for when you feel sick. So I myself am at the back end of a pretty gnarly flu, and it's taken me a while to get motivated to move my body on the mat, but when I did, it felt so good. So I'm hoping that this is going to hit the spot for you as well. So when you're ready, nothing fancy today, grab your stretchy pants and I'll meet you on the mat. Hey yogis, when you're ready, we're going to start all the way down on our backs today. So come on down to the mat. Bring your feet as wide as your yoga mat, toes pointing forward, and just snuggle your shoulders underneath you. If, like me, you're one of these people who, when you're sick, you just like bed and Netflix and that's all, then also glad it's not just me. But it might mean that your back is a little sore, a little tender. So maybe even just coming to lie down on a hard surface that's not your mattress already might feel quite relieving. So get down here, move your body around until you feel comfortable. And then with those feet mat distance apart, take your arms out to the side. You can do cactus arms if your shoulders aren't too tight, or you can bring your arms out to the sides. And we're just going to start by gently moving our knees from side to side, like windshield wipers on a car. So go nice and slow here, just feeling into this movement. Try to keep your shoulder blades flat on the mat. And then the next time that your knees fall to the left, keep them there. Keep your right shoulder blade locked down, and you might even like to look over your right shoulder. If that's too much for your neck, you can just keep your head straight, looking up towards your ceiling. And this is just a really gentle twist for our lower back. If it's not enough for you today, feel free to lift your left foot and then cross your left ankle over your right knee, and you can draw that right knee a little further down. So just take whichever option from those that your body is asking you for today. We'll stay here for a couple of breaths, and as you breathe, try to let your body really release into this twist on your exhale. Nice. And then inhale to bring the knees back to center. Take another couple of rounds, windshield wiping from side to side. And then next time that both your knees go right, keep them right. Keep your left shoulder blade grounded. And again, option to cactus the arms, keep the arms out wide, or move your face to look over your left shoulder, or keep it in the middle. So you know what to do here. And then also there's that final option of lifting your right foot and hooking it over your left knee to try and draw that left knee a little further down to the mat. But if you're really sore, like I said, I spent about 5 days straight in bed, which is not like me at all. And my back is really not so happy with me. So just be really gentle with your body. A twist is going to help sort of wake your spine up before we do anything too major. Nice. So a couple of breaths here. And then when you're ready, inhale, come back to center. Slowly walk your feet into the midline and hug your knees in. Give yourself a gentle squeeze. Feel that compression of your lower back really into the mat, so the whole back body really presses into the mat here. If it's enough, again, to just hold yourself nice and tight here and feel that gentle pressure on your back, then do that. If your body's asking you to take some gentle movement here, maybe from side to side, or you might even like to take some small circles with your knees in one direction and the other direction. Nice. Beautiful. All right, take your legs out long again. Send your right arm, oh sorry monkey, up ahead of you, and then we're gonna roll over here onto our bellies. Okay. So here we are now on the belly. We're going to take the left hand next to the left shoulder and our right arm out long. Beautiful. We've sort of been here before in some previous videos, so some of you might know what's coming. We're going to bend the left knee and then start to roll over onto our right shoulder. So your left foot can come flat to the ground here. If that's not going to happen, then no problem. You can also bend your right leg as well, so that maybe that feels a bit more supportive for you. But what we're doing here is trying to get this stretch across the front of our right shoulder. You might even feel it in the backs of your shoulders. I am today, but I think that's just because my whole body is a little bit achy. So it's a nice little stretch for the shoulder. Take a couple of breaths here. Excuse me for all my throat clearing today, but it is what it is, huh? And then very slowly start to roll yourself back down onto your belly and then swap. So your right hand comes next to your right shoulder, your left arm goes out long, bend your right knee, and then roll over on to your right shoulder. So again, maybe that right foot now, excuse me, comes down to the mat, or both legs can be bent, or you can just really kind of flop it out here. Whatever feels most comfortable for you, take it easy. Big stretch in the shoulders. Nice. One more breath here. And then exhale to gently roll yourself back onto your belly. Okay. And then from here, we're going to press into our forearms and come into a Sphinx pose. So be really, really gentle here with your lower back if it's a little tight. So nothing too crazy. Maybe just take yourself up 50%. So lifting your chest and then drawing your elbows back, getting some space in the heart. If it feels okay for you, you might even like to bring your hands underneath your shoulders and come into a cobra by rolling the shoulder blades back and together and drawing those elbows back. If you really, really need a bit more here, a little more space in your heart, press into your hands, press to the tops of your feet, and inhale, lift up and find an upward facing dog. We won't stay here long, one breath. And then exhale, come down to the knees, walk your knees into center, sweep your hands back, forehead to the mat, and we made it in child's pose. Take a few breaths here. Just letting your body settle gently. Letting your shoulders drop. And again, you might feel quite a lot of tension across the back of your shoulders, your lower back. So try to use this pose and use the gravity in this pose to melt your body down and really release. Nice. If it's hard for you to breathe through your nose, then it's no problem to breathe through your mouth. It's also sometimes a nice little trick to put a tissue or something that's got maybe some eucalyptus or some other scent that will help to clear your breath, your nasal passages. And then from here, slowly bring your hands underneath your shoulders and gently press into your hands to roll yourself up into a comfortable seat. All right. So come down to your version of your comfy seat today, whatever that looks like. For me already it's like, whoa, head spin. So take it easy. All right, from here we're just going to do some really gentle movements for the neck. So close down your eyes and start to make small circles with your nose in one direction. Just start nice and small and then gradually start to make those circles a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger. If your neck is making some music for you today, then you're not alone. See how it feels to work into some of those crackly bits. Maybe you stay on some of them a little longer. And then starting big this time, take your circles in the opposite direction. Starting a little bigger and then getting gradually smaller, 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 smaller. Until you come back to center. Keep the eyes closed, take a deep breath in, sit up as tall as feels comfortable. And exhale, drop your shoulders, open your eyes. Nice. Let's take the chin down to the chest and then roll your left ear to your left shoulder. So you'll start to feel this deep stretch in the right side of your neck. Maybe you don't. If that's the case, then you can crawl your right fingertips out beside you until you really start to feel more of a stretch here. If that's enough, then you can stay like this, or you can gently take your left hand to your right ear. Careful not to crunch your left ear and shoulder together. Lots of space here. And apply very gentle pressure, almost no pressure at all. Just really the weight of your left hand allows you to deepen this stretch a little bit more. And you can move your head and neck gently until you find your sweet spot. Nice. Full breath in here and out. Gently release your left hand if you use that, and then roll your chin back down to center and over to the other side. So right ear to right shoulder now. Gently feeling how that feels in the left side of your neck, and then walking your left fingertips out to the side if you need a little more stretch there. And then finally, you can take your right hand to the left side of your head, keeping that shoulder away from your ear. And just allowing very gently the weight of your right hand to apply pressure, moving your head around just a little, finding the spot that needs it the most. Nice. Take another full breath in here. And exhale, gently release, roll your chin back down to center, and then inhale to lift your chin to neutral. Okay, from here, send your legs out in front of you, feet hip distance apart, and the knees are really, really bent. And then, it's not a fancy move. Basically, we're gonna hook our elbows around our knees and then draw your head down in between your knees, close enough, and close down your eyes here. So in yoga we call this pose constructive rest. To me it's a bit more like depressed teenager pose. At least this is what I look like a lot when I was a teenager. No jokes. Just use this time to go internal and breathe. Maybe you start to feel a nice, very gentle stretch across the back of your neck, the backs of your shoulders, across your whole back body. And then from here, open your eyes, slide your hands down towards your feet, and then start to slide your feet out. Keep your knees really bent, and then maybe you start to come into a very gentle forward fold, Paschimottanasana. You can maybe even hug your arms underneath your legs still, so you still feel that nice sort of supportive movement, a little bit of self-love. Trying to stay heavy in the head and neck, keeping the eyes closed, and again just finding that gentle stretch across your whole back body. Nice. From here, start to roll yourself back up to a seat. Extend your left leg out, but hug your right knee in. We'll come into a twist. So hook the left arm around your right leg. Right hand comes behind you. Inhale to sit up tall. And then exhale to look over your right shoulder. Nice. Inhale, sitting up tall, and exhale, maybe finding a little more in this twist, but again, we're not cranking or pushing it today. Nice. Come back through center, and we'll swap. Left leg comes in, right leg out long, right arm around your left knee, left hand goes behind you. Inhale to find length, and exhale, finding your twist. Nice. Use your inhale to come back to center. My head's still pretty. Send the left leg out long. Scoot your butt forward, and we're going to come back down onto our backs, just how we started. Hug those knees in again. And again, yogi's choice. Take what you need here. Either just hug your knees in nice and tight, feeling that nice compression of your spine. Maybe you take circles, maybe you move a little from side to side. Maybe you even take a happy baby today by sending your feet up to the sky. If you don't have the energy to grab a hold of your feet, you can just again hook your arms around the backs of your knees and just flex your feet up to the sky. That might just feel nice, a bit of a stretch in those hips as well. It's a shame we really don't feel like moving when we're sick, because moving the body and getting a bit of that stagnant, yucky stuff flowing will certainly help. But at the same time, when you feel like you need a rest, then it's very important to listen to your body. Okay. We'll finish here with the legs out nice and long. Come into a Shavasana Pose. Tucking your shoulders underneath you gently, just to lift up through the chest. Letting your legs go out long, let them be heavy. Take a full breath in here. And exhale, let it go. Bring your hands together. Bring your thumbs up to your third eye. Close down your eyes. I hope that you feel better really, really soon. and I wish you a healthy recovery. Namaste.